Hello and welcome to Paper Tuesdays podcast with Michael Dwyer, Mark Halpin, and our guest today is Maeve Binchy. Welcome, Maeve. She's here today to talk about car stickers.
Thanks for joining me. Car stickers. Oh yeah, I suppose. So yes, Ashton and I are engaged. Yes.
It's car stickers engagement. Congratulations.
Thank you, Mark.
From all of us at Paper Tuesdays.
Big namaste.
We wish you
Couldn't
all.
have been done without Paper Tuesdays. Shane Halpin did a huge role with photography.
Anyway, it's a Paper Tuesday's engagement.
Yes, it was classic. Yeah.
So Shane mic'd up at the minute?
No. I think it just catches from there because it's too hard to mix them across time.
Right, Shane has the story of what happened anyway.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, so we're just going to switch around cameras and that. Now Ash is in view, so...
Before we move on, we have a voice note from Flash Flood.
Oh, brilliant.
No context. We don't know what this is about.
Good idea.
I have been thinking
Always in double
about
mode.
the whole segment with me and Fab.
Oh no, we can't. That's all you're getting. That's all you're getting.
We'll talk about that in the Patreon. That's
Yeah.
where we support the future life of a baby Halpin.
You support us.
You what? Yeah, you support us as well. €4 a month, you have to do it, and you'll find the YouTube footage of the Christmas special. So
Yes.
that's where you'll find that.
Yeah.
There you go.
More updates from James before we get into this. I know
Yeah.
I'm delaying everything here, but
That's all.
James just called Rod Little an ugly cunt in the group chat.
Okay.
Yeah,
Big news there.
big news.
Yeah.
Ran away with a young one and
Yeah.
an ugly cunt. If 2FM are looking for new hosts,
Car stickers. Yeah. Yeah. We were engagement. Oh yeah, Shane was going to tell us about the
Yeah.
engagement. Tell us
So-
what happened.
This has been a long time in the making, well, a month or so more. Michael, I got a random text from Michael. What was the initial one? Was just confusing. It's like, are you free on the 20th of February or something? I was like, this is over a month away. He's like, probably, Michael. Yes, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm getting engaged. It's like, there's a lot more talk going into this now than I thought there would be. But yeah, so what day was it? Last Saturday?
Sunday.
Sunday, I drove up to Enniskerry and I was there half an hour early to strategically place myself.
I think you need to actually, when you're putting this up, you need to put the map that you were given.
Yeah,
Attached.
Michael drew a lovely
Drew a map.
he drew a lovely map for me there was an X where exactly it was going to be, so and I had to get it shot. But yeah, it was pissing rain, but that didn't stop the show. So we got a few nice photos, and Michael and Ash were very, very, very wet.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you had to delete photos. I thought these were just how I organically look.
Yeah.
You
Photogenic.
don't
So,
look
like,
like that all the time.
Yeah, so like the same way anytime I'm taking photos, there's like continuous shooting. So like of like the one shot there, there's probably 10 shots behind it that are like someone has their eyes closed or something. So
I've seen all of them, and
Oh, did you?
a load of them where your back is facing the camera, and then there's like the gradual turning of Ash around
Yeah.
aggressively.
The man has-
Aggressively.
Yeah, it was. He was like, you just turned. This is very romantic, Michael. Thank you.
He just envisioned you facing that way.
He wanted those photos.
Yeah.
Just for this.
Oh, you didn't draw a map. That's Google Maps.
It is
But if you
Google
drew
Maps,
that,
yeah.
Michael, you're in the wrong business.
But like there's a yellow marker, there's a green marker, there's a purple marker, and everything. Michael had a little plan out.
So are you purple?
I'm not too sure.
Sorry.
Which,
No, Shane is. You're green.
so the X,
That's where- yeah.
the X is where he's gonna be.
What's pink and yellow?
Is one of them is.
Oh, that's where Shane was going to be coming from, because Enniskerry is a bit of an unknown place to everyone now. But that's where Shane was to kind of park. That's where we'd be getting engaged. That's where I was hoping to park. No parking there, so I just had to park in front, behind Shane, behind Breed Halpin's car.
And
I'm also disgusted I didn't recognise the car.
Yeah.
Disgusted. But anyway.
and yellow is roadworks. So very good. Do you want to go into detail of what you kind of said before you said yes? Was there a big speech, or did you just kind of pop down on one
You're
knee
the
and say-
expert podcaster.
Yes, sir.
Well, I read, I was reading up that to go ahead with it if it rains, so I went ahead with it. Good enough for people that
You were
in
reading
Ireland.
up?
Oh, I had to read
Googled,
up.
if it rains, do I get engaged?
I was like, what do you
does it
do?
mean if it rains?
And then there was another thing.
No,
Oh,
stop.
no,
Google, stop. That's all it has to be about her. Google, stop. Onwards.
Don't say the G word.
What was the other thing? The Googling, oh yeah, that's what
Stop saying
I see, that makes a lot of sense then. I was looking up another thing to do with it. Oh yeah, what to say when you propose, like, or whatever.
Michael,
So-
you're not supposed to look up them things. You're supposed to like,
Organically.
Yeah, well, that's what
Let
it
us
said.
know.
That's what it said. When I looked it up, it said just speak from the heart.
you of all
Yeah.
people
So I did
needed to
speak
be
from the
told
heart
that.
there.
In
Oh
all
yeah,
fairness.
but you're like, I was doing laps in my head of like, is everything right here for this hour? You know, so
He did not sleep the night before.
Right.
He was like a little bitch in the bed beside me.
no.
Because every few hours he'd be like a big dramatic roll around in the bed and he'd be like, just go to fucking sleep, Michael. So yes, he was like a child at Christmas.
I was so excited.
Oh, yeah.
I've never felt the excitement like it because I didn't get sleep. And then when we had the dinner, then it was like I was on a bit of drug or something because I wasn't like awake or something. I was kind of that dinner was a blur for me.
Yeah, it was a bit of a blur, but I think that was the Prosecco.
But Lucasade and Ribena got me through it. Anyway,
Oh,
so-
Michael mixed his drinks on Sunday night and he
Yeah.
was not the better of it on Monday.
No. My
No.
stomach was in a heap.
What were you mixing? Looks like Ribena.
Lucasade, Ribena, there was something else thrown in there. I think peppermint tea. It was just like
Never a good combo.
Lethal.
I was just trying to drink as much stuff to keep me awake, but jeez, it was great. It was just great.
And Ash, did you leave him hanging with your response?
No,
No. Yes. Straight away.
pretty much. Did I actually even say yes? Did I actually say
I made sure
She can
you
say
got-
it here. On the Patreon.
on the Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we set a date, and we're very excited.
The most efficient people I've ever met in my life. Your after party for the wedding, where you're going to have the wedding, the getaway for the engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like that's all sorted now.
Yeah.
So organised. Well done.
We didn't think that was going to happen. But
Yeah.
So that wasn't the plan.
that
it wasn't.
wasn't the
Oh
plan.
God, no.
Plan. Yeah, I asked you this already.
Oh, sorry.
No,
did
no,
you?
but go on.
All right, okay. No, we just we came down for breakfast and we just went to the reception and said, "Can we have the events? Can we meet the events team?" And this woman came over. That was like a really organised mammy sort of woman. She's in her 50s and like she's seen it all. You know, she used
Shout
to work.
out, Gail.
Shout out to Gail, yeah.
Gail.
I'm sure she listens.
Gail.
She Gail Force. Gail Force is right. She used to work at the Steve Russell. And
Right.
I think there's something magical about the Steve
No,
Russell
you
cabin.
just liked the fact that she name dropped Sean Quinn. And you were
Yeah,
like,
Shane Quinn.
she is the woman.
She is.
Oh, Shane Quinn.
Sean
The
Quinn.
referee.
Sean Quinn, sorry.
Shane Quinn,
Sean
the
Quinn,
referee.
sorry.
Did you fall out with him as well? Steve Russell, yeah, but like I think that was the place in the 90s for the well-to-do to get married and all. So like she's
So it's the notions that Michael's going for yet again.
so I'm all about the notions. You know me. Look at me and my old cat.
Famous people got married in this place where you're having the wedding.
Really?
Oh,
I think
heritage.
someone told me. But Brian O'Driscoll maybe.
Oh.
I don't know. I've
my
seen Brian
gosh.
O'Driscoll twice in real life.
Have you
Yeah.
recently?
No. Once in college, I seen him on
See
Grafton
what?
Street, and Jamie Doyle said to me, "There's Brian O'Driscoll," and I said, "I'm going to go talk to him." And he said, "Don't." And then I went and ran over. Brian, he wasn't happy that he had pulled out his earphones. I was like, "Brian, how's it going?" And he's like, "Hi." I was like, "Can I get a photo?" And he's like, "Fine, I got a photo." The second time was on an Aer Lingus flight, and he had booked the whole front row to himself.
Wow, that's mad.
Not leg room.
Imagine booking the right. Okay.
Yeah, for the
I would.
front
You'd
row.
have to like imagine you had to sit beside some fucking loser like me. Not trying to talk to you for the whole flight.
Imagine him sitting beside a Munster fan.
Yeah. Oh. Or
Yeah.
just, like fucking yeah. Or flood.
Yeah.
Where
Floyd.
Michael,
Oh,
you wouldn't.
I'd have a little bit of a podcast with me. Yeah. So engagement date. Yeah. We can't.
Back to me.
Oh yeah. The hotel just. Yeah, we just fell in love with it, sure, didn't we? I suppose, yeah.
Mhm.
2
but there was
days.
something funny about it.
You were there 2
sorry.
days, was it?
We stayed
We stayed there
nights,
2
yeah.
days.
What
It
was the
great
funny
spa.
thing? Is it haunted?
Hopefully not.
No, she was a great saleswoman though. I think this was it. Yeah, she was there all throughout it. Like this is two people who've just met her like in the space of 15 minutes ago, and she goes, "I know. Like I hope we make the shortlist and all that, and like we're just so happy. And loads of great properties up where you from, and like she's kind of lulled you. Then you're really relaxed. You've got a cup of tea in your hand, like, and then she goes, "So will I provisionally book it for the 2nd of February 24?" And then you're like, oh yeah, I suppose that
I
was
think we were kind of hoodwinked into it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting it at all because the whole tone of it was like you know, and
don't
shortlist,
have to,
and
yeah.
you know, this is great, and then so why don't you do that? You know,
Yeah.
it was so hard to say no then. You know, it was great
Yeah.
sales technique. So
Yeah.
to our salespeople out there, you know how to do it now.
You were sold. You wouldn't consider the Ashdown then, no?
Oh well, like they were considered.
They
but-
were considered, but
Yeah, I feel like about a press
We've
conference
been
now.
to
Yes, the Irish Times. We just feel that like
it'd be just another one of an Ashdown wedding. Or,
Yeah.
do you know?
yeah.
Yeah.
But
You're
the
going
Ashdown,
to be to about 75 of them in your life.
and we picked a bank holiday weekend, so we want the whole like staying out over afterwards. and
Yeah,
all
we
that.
thought
Oh,
that
yeah,
if
bank
we
holiday.
had a wedding in Gorey, that Gorey people would just go home and you wouldn't have them for the second
Have
day.
to
And
stay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
so we're
just have
dragging you away.
They're So that's the crack with it.
Very good. Very Catholic of you both. Congratulations.
So there you go. Actually, speaking of, we're going to trap the priest tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we are.
Instead of him trapping you.
It's time for everything.
This is 2022 after all.
Equal opportunity.
So who are you going to get?
He's a great name. First of all, what a title. It's Monsignor, in the line.
Monsignor.
Not the monk.
Not the monk, imagine. We could get the monk. You want the monk?
You could get Breed. She's a minister.
Oh, yeah.
Or a reverend even. She's
Reverend.
Yeah.
Reverend Breach.
That's what she's
Close
still
to
down
the-
as in
yeah.
my phone.
Oh yeah, she's just...
Rev.
So there you go.
Yeah.
What else is going on? The two Johnnies in the Ukraine. That's the big things at the moment.
Yeah.
We're sending them over.
We're sending them over.
Yeah. Don't have much else.
You like I stand with the two Johnnies, right? Okay. I've never listened to their podcast. Well,
Never.
no, I have listened to one episode a while ago, but like I don't know them that well. I'm not a diehard fan, but do you know what? There's not a whole lot bad with them. They read
No.
out a few.
This is the thing, and they didn't encourage it, and it's also a comedy show.
Yeah.
And they're also remarking on like the scandalous nature of the stuff they were reading out.
Yes.
Like they weren't agreeing with it. They were saying like, "Oh, that's really rough." Or
Yeah.
imagine having that. Like,
That's about as far as you can go on a comedy podcast. If they were to, how fun would it be if they were to just look at stickers and go, "This is horrendous.
Yeah.
This is
Disgraceful.
incorrigible behaviour."
Yeah.
Who the fuck would listen to that? Like,
Like who listen to that? Yeah, and they go, "Oh, I can't wait to hear next week."
do you know what
Yeah.
it is? Like, it's some TD that's able to find a bit of attention from saying this is bad
Yeah.
to boost himself.
who
And
did?
that's all it
Was
is.
it a
It was
TD?
the TD
Herself.
Holly Carnes
Oh.
from Cork. But it was just a shallow challenge, you know. Like apparently they do speak about sex. Well, I suppose we've spoken
They
about
have it as well.
the sex as well. They have it openly. Very good.
Openly.
On their page.
On their page, yeah.
Yeah, Mark actually put down his trousers on our Patreon. I don't know if that
Well, he
counts.
was going to mean you then,
Yeah,
you know,
well.
when I was here. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the thumbnail for the last page. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, sure. Look, we're not going to just chime in with giving out about the giving out, but like,
Yeah. Relax. Like,
relax.
have
Everyone
fun.
relax. Yeah, paper chooses have fun.
But we're
That's
not
what
saying
we're
that it's fun to be sexist or anything like that.
No.
Obviously, that's bad. Sexism is wrong. It's bad behavior. But it's not. It doesn't make for a comedy podcast to give out. Basically, so it's keeping it lighthearted. Obviously, maybe they made a mistake in what they posted or whatever. That's fine. People make mistakes.
Yeah, but like when you see the video last night of them apologising, it's an awful thing to see because the lad on the left, one of the Johnnies anyway, like he looks like he's lost a member of his family. Like
Yeah, it looks like
I'd
it's
say-
gonna
Well,
He's
I'd
been
say
through
they've
the
gone through
mill.
hell the last few days over it, like.
Yeah.
And also the fact that this is all we have to give out about in the world.
yeah,
When
There's World
the
War
other side,
III,
yeah, like lads, seriously, clap the fuck on.
and this is coming from a woman.
Mm.
There you
our
go.
spokesperson.
Our spokesperson for female.
Female correspondent.
Now get back in the kitchen.
No, I shouldn't get too FMI. Then moving on to the Ukraine.
Yes.
Right, so here, I don't know if who did I tell what I think was going to happen to?
You told me on the page, on.
Was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I told Breed's sister the other day exactly what I think is going to happen with World War III. And then she goes to me, and like 2 seconds later, she goes, "Yeah, I think World War III is going to happen." Just didn't like register at all. But here's what I think is going to happen, right?
Okay,
Russia are taking over the Ukraine at the minute.
right,
The US is inevitably going to respond.
right.
China
China.
is very quiet at the minute.
They are
Shout out
very
China.
quiet.
China is very quiet at the minute. China and Russia are both communist states.
Right.
So, while the US troops are in the Ukraine, are China going to go
Swoop in
in?
the back door.
Yeah.
Who's back door? Russia.
Trump's. No. So
Biden.
Russia and China are together against America, communist states trying to destroy the Western world.
Yeah.
So this is their opportunity, much like Ireland took their chance when England were away at war. So the US are going to be at war in the Ukraine. China and Russia might go to the US, while the US are in the Ukraine.
Wow.
It would be smart
Jesus.
if that's what you're into. Like,
Yeah.
Well, for the last few months, I kind of been just living in my own little bubble, and I thought that this would never happen. I never thought that Russia would invade the Ukraine. I never. So
Really?
no, I just thought I don't see how the legacy, when you look at Chinese, they're able to manage it, but it looks like there's a thin layer at the top of Russia that doesn't really have much connection with the bottom, and
Snow.
snow, thin layer of snow.
Thin layer at the top of Russia. Sorry, Oliver.
Onwards. This is the word of the day. I like it. Onwards. But yeah, I don't know. Putin and the wealthy people at the top. If they were, I don't see how they're connected to the everyday farmer in Russia.
Well, they fully believe in Putin in Russia. I believe. There is
it's
What's
a
it called?
dictatorship. So
Yeah.
they're
Propaganda.
Yeah.
Putin's the man.
Yeah, but I think that's fading a little. When you see protesters on the streets in Russia, that's
In Russia, there is protesters.
yeah, hundreds of. Well,
Yeah.
There's also protesters in Dublin.
Yeah.
The faint few who have no fucking jobs who think that protesting outside, where is it, the GPO or
It's
something?
probably Leinster House or something.
Leinster House is going to
there was
stop
one in
Putin.
Leinster?
Yeah, there's 10 people
They
with
were
signs saying
outside
Putin
the-
stop, Putin murderer.
Yeah.
They're outside
Yeah.
the Russian embassy and they're
Oh.
throwing red paint on
But
the
a little bit
gates
of me
the embassy.
says, but I'm a bit of contradiction now because I'm judging. For them now, I'd be more power to them. Those Russians. I don't mind. I've obviously, I think there's a lot of malice in apparently in Russian embassy you'd look up articles and they have a bunker. They were looking to build an underground car park in the embassy, right?
Mm.
And people were like, well, why does an embassy need an underground car park? They've embassy parking above or whatever.
Mm.
And they're using it for espionage. Apparently, a spy bunker. There's
Wait,
a
now in
bunker.
Dublin?
Yeah, and apparently, Dublin is. There are reports of security specialists saying that Dublin is being used as the espionage capital for Russia, across Europe. So European espionage and spies come back to Dublin. That's just a theory.
Are they
though.
paying their taxes?
I don't know.
And what is espionage?
Spying
Spying. On
Yeah.
who?
on democratic states, I suppose.
On us.
So, well,
What are we doing?
What are we doing?
What are they going to get from us? You're better off somewhere else.
but anyway, I just think how malicious this is meant to be a country. A week ago, we had the ambassador from a country here saying that the idea of invading the Ukraine was insane, and now they've invaded the Ukraine, and it's just not nice. That's
Not
it.
nice, lads.
It's not nice.
Some real knuckleheads out there.
But I don't know. What do we do? What
What-
do we do? Because I'm all positive vibes. Sorry for cutting across you twice
No,
there.
go on.
But I'm all for positive vibes and all. John O'Halloran just said to me, I don't think positive vibes is going to save the Ukraine at the moment. So what do we do, Mark?
We live our own lives.
Okay. Right.
Get on with it. There's no war here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no war here yet. But just these fucking car stickers. That's what we need to focus on.
And how do you fix the car stickers?
How do we fix the car stickers? Take them off,
Well,
obviously.
burn them.
What?
Well, burn the cars.
Burn the cars, yeah.
Cars.
Look,
It's the
people
only
with these
solution.
things on their cars are obviously fucking idiots anyway. These people are doing donuts at the crossroads. Let them on. What was I going to say? I can't remember now. Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh, goody.
I've been getting very into this. I'm quite so far behind the fucking pace. I want to get into Jeffrey Epstein and just laying back some and everything now.
Well, Tim Dillon serves
Tim,
it well.
that's how I got into it. It's Tim Dillon.
Every episode, Tim Dillon goes, just to recap, guys, there was this island, and famous people went to the island, and they fucked kids. And he just says that basically every episode.
Every
Just to
episode.
recap, guys, that happened, okay?
But he's right. No one cares. Everyone just sort of brushed over it that the elite of the world have an island where they go and fuck kids. and no one cares. It's like, oh well, on to rugby next week. This is what's going on. Like the world leaders are trafficking children, and no one cares. And now I am going to solve it because I found out about it.
Okay.
I haven't got to the nitty gritty yet, so don't quiz me on that. But I think
Watch this space.
how do you get there? Where is it? It's over now. But there's going to be a new island.
There's going to be water tunnels and all.
Aaron.
The island is located in the US Virgin Islands.
Oh, a bit of a
Ironic.
Yeah.
ironic, isn't it?
Right.
And Prince Andrew was there.
And the Queen's going to back him up.
Yeah.
She's paying for his...
Is she actually?
Yeah, £12 million
And they stripped him of his
title.
titles. Wow. Justice is served.
Oh. And what do you make of the lad in the France? He died.
Yeah, one of the accomplices. One of his
Epstein.
friends.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he was found dead in prison as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shocker.
Yeah.
shocker.
Where have we heard
Was
that
he going to
before?
come forward?
I don't know much. I just heard that he died.
And Ghislaine, is it Ghislaine or Ghislaine?
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine.
Is it? Oh.
Ghislaine, that's because Brie keeps telling me it's Ghislaine, and I say it's Ghislaine, and I said there's more important things than how to pronounce her name. She's in prison at the minute, and she's well.
At the minute.
Oh, that's
Thanks,
nice.
Mark.
Okay.
Until next week.
Next week. Yeah, she's well until next week. So who else has been there? So the Clintons, Bill has been there.
Bill was there.
Bill has been
Bill
there.
was
That's
there.
fairly well established. He's been
Yeah.
there a few times.
Yeah.
Who else? Trump. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not announced that Trump is there, but he's definitely been on flights and stuff. Like there's photos of Trump with him.
Yeah.
Loads of photos, and he says I've never met him, or I don't know him, or he's
Excuse
just
me.
been there while I'm there.
Oh yeah. Is that
Here he
line one?
It's just Lane.
Hello.
Live on the podcast.
It is, yeah.
We have the bistro
Astros.
and Gory.
Hi.
We're
Thank you.
waiting to find out
Yeah.
now if they have a table.
That's fine.
Sit inside her.
Sorry, we should continue.
Where is the new island?
Can I ring you back in a few minutes and just confirm? Is that okay? I'll just double check. Great. Thanks,
Sorry,
William.
guys.
Thanks. Bye.
Um,
Bye-bye.
So sorry. What do you think? Is there a new island?
Yes, I think so. There has to be. These kind of tactics have been used by the mob, by the elite. That's what the mob used to do the whole time. Apparently, the mafia or whatever would get sexual blackmail is what they'd use. So they'd rope people in to these situations and convince them it's all okay, we're all doing it, this is what we do, and then they have evidence of them doing this, so then they use that against them. So they lead them down this path, get them to do something horrible, and then they have that on them, so they basically control them.
Wow.
That's what Epstein was doing with these elites. Like there's some fella gifted him a house that worth millions. I don't know if you heard this, but I can't remember the name, but he gifted him a house like in Manhattan or somewhere worth fucking millions. And he just gave it to Jeffrey Epstein for free. And this man has never been investigated. Or why that transaction happened has never been investigated. But obviously there's something going on there. Like you don't just give someone real estate worth that much for no reason.
Mm.
But anyway, car stickers are what's more important.
I'm just doing a search.
Yeah.
I can't say the word.
Oh yeah.
About celebrities who were with them.
All right.
So watch this space now for a second.
We're going to find out. Rod Little.
I was looking there. Unsurprisingly, Kevin Spacey seems to be one of them anyway.
Oh, well, there we go. Kevin
So
Spacey.
tell me about this space.
Oh, Kevin Spacey.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Is that why Melinda left him?
Oh.
Could be.
Hello, Paper Tuesdays, home of conspiracy theories.
So, yeah, Bill Gates.
Wall Street billionaire Leon Black.
Yeah.
Jeez, this website's now fairly cat.
You were looking up something, Shane?
Oh no, I'm probably on the same article there as Business Insider, is it, Ash?
Yeah. I think
Tell us
so.
about Kevin Spacey, Shane. You probably know
Oh,
more.
Yeah, so obviously the House of Cards actor and everything, like
Flood's
massive.
big fan.
Oh, yeah.
Flood's a big fan. Didn't like any of this when it came out.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh.
no, I liked House of Cards when it was out as well. Like I thought it was a good TV show. But yeah, there's allegations of him being very predatory, especially to young males, I think. And he was like, there's all those jokes. There's even a Family Guy scene before all this came out that like about Kevin Spacey being inappropriate with Stewie. But yeah, there was always rumblings in Hollywood that Kevin Spacey was very predatory and not a nice person, and all these allegations came to a head there a couple of years ago, and obviously he's been disgraced since and been dropped by House of Cards, but he's a very odd man. Like, I think there's been two, like a year apart, there's been like 2 videos of him reprising his role as, I can't remember the actor's name, of being the president, like, and Frank Underwood or something, I think that's what his name was. So like, he's just in his house and he gets obviously someone into video him doing a monologue as Frank Underwood, and it's just very odd. He posts it on social media and it's just so strange.
Yeah, so like what came out was that he was basically like having sex with young boys, like under the age of consent, and when all this came out, he came out and made a statement and just said, yeah, I'm gay. Yeah. I've been hiding it for a long time and now I'm coming out. It's like, that's not the point. Be gay. Be gay with all the men you want. Don't be gay with little boys.
Yeah. That's mad.
Yeah.
Right. So he's meant to have been on this island. Oh, right, okay.
Yeah.
They're actually...
What is QAnon? You were just on that there.
She's on QAnon.
No, I'm not. It's just asking what's on it.
Yeah.
I'm on USA Today for reference.
So I hear him talking about it all the time.
QAnon is a forum like 4chan or Reddit.
Right.
It kind of scales like Reddit is like the PG-ish version of these forums. Then it goes 4chan, QAnon. There was 8chan, but that's gone. So what it was like there was no restrictions on what could be posted. Basically anything goes. No, there's no line basically in what can go and what doesn't go. And what was happening with 8chan was that like people were posting child pornography and terrible stuff. So 8chan is gone. QAnon is there, and QAnon is basically the belief that there's this guy called Q who is high up in the US, not military, government, and he was leaking secrets about lizard people and the paedophile ring that runs the world and Trump basically. And QAnon are big believers in Trump, like that he's going to save the world, like he's our savior. QAnon were responsible for the siege of the Capitol. That's where it all came from. So man who you seen with the horns and the face paint, who was like the leader,
right?
He was like a grand wizard in QAnon or something. So he was like the ringleader of all that. And all these people were QAnon people. Like these Sandy Hook things, Sandy Hook deniers, all came from QAnon as well. Now it kind of came from Alex Jones, who was talking about Sandy Hook being fake originally because he found documents say, look, this might not be real or whatever. All these people, look, this is fact, and started harassing the families of the children that died at Sandy Hook. And that's why Alex Jones is cancelled, because of the actions of these people. Alex Jones has come out and said that was wrong, it was a mistake I made.
Yeah, he was charged with that wasn't he, like being spreading misinformation on that. Yeah, he was actually brought to court. I think, I'm not sure was he had to pay some fines and stuff for that, or give it to the victims' families and stuff and apologise and everything.
Yeah, but he's being deplatformed.
Yeah, pretty much.
What this was in relation to QAnon was that Chrissy Teigen, Ellen DeGeneres and Oprah Winfrey were named on QAnon apparently from flight logs that they were on the island, but they've all come out and denied it, obviously. Right. So that's where QAnon came into this.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wasn't someone saying the other day that they believe Beyonce and Oprah run the world or something? Or...
Yeah, so we were talking to...
like, I know she has a song about, like...
Run the world.
Yeah. Like our brother Michael, his wife Neve was saying that I think it's someone that she knows or she works with are very big believers in all these conspiracy theories, and that like Beyonce is like secretly runs the world somehow, and then there's all these lizard people and everything like that.
Lizard people? Who are the lizard people?
Well, what's she going to do about Vladimir Putin if she wants to?
Beyonce, yeah.
Although, do you know, she probably would be one person that could get him to stop.
Beyonce, yeah. She could, yeah. Definitely could.
Lizard people are the Illuminati, isn't that the kind of general conspiracy around it?
Look, lizard people and all that is bollocks.
Yeah.
Alex Jones has been right about some things though. What's the thing where all the lads go into the forest and...
Bohemian Grove. Yeah.
So I actually listened to a podcast on Bohemian Grove last week.
Oh, right.
Alex Jones actually found out where it is, and he found out that they're doing this. Now there's no proof that they're doing anything like fucking satanic or anything like that, but there is footage that he found of them, he took of them, and they're like in hoods and have flames, and it's all these rich elite in the woods doing these kind of rituals. Now there's no proof that it's satanic or anything like that, but like it's probably just some tradition of some gentleman's club It's been around. Bohemian Grove's been around for hundreds of years, so they probably just kept this tradition going. But it was always denied that Bohemian Grove didn't exist, and it's basically just the world's billionaires go there,
Oh my
and
god.
no one
It's
knows
like
what
a different
happens.
version of the Monday Club.
The Monday Club. Yeah. Bohemian Grove and the Fowler.
The powder, yeah. No, it doesn't happen.
But this was denied for ages. Everyone said it's not real, it's fake. Everyone denied it, and Alex Jones went out and found it.
Wow. That's mad.
Yeah.
Imagine how much work you would have had to have put in to actually go find
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I only found about this fella on. You've been off social media, but there was this joke going around. There's a clip of him saying that there's going to be World War III, and then the next clip is someone putting money in a tip jar or something, saying times Alex Jones was right or something.
Yeah.
And then he goes, "Man, we've enough money for the holiday now," or something. It's just,
Alex Jones, I don't know if. What was I going to say? I forget what I was going to say now.
we should have him on the pod.
We definitely should have Alex Jones on the pod. Fuck, I forget. Yeah, I don't know if it was that court case about Sandy Hook, but he definitely had a court case where he apologised during the court case, and he said, I apologise because I said that I had a big bowl of chili for lunch.
Oh, yeah.
There's a clip of Alex Jones, and if you go and watch Joe Rogan's podcast with Alex Jones and Eddie Bravo, there's a clip where Alex Jones talks, because Joe Rogan asked him if he ever had any head trauma. And he said he did when he was a child. Some other child in the playground pile driver him into the ground in his head. And he goes through his experience of this, and he talks about it, and he gets really upset and starts crying because of what he experienced when he got hit in the head. He said he went back in the past and lived through all his previous lives, and in one of his previous lives he was a famine farmer, and his children were starving and he couldn't feed them, and he watched one of his children die, and he said he lived through that whole lifetime and watched his child grow up and then starve and die of starvation, and then he came back and he remembers all of it.
Sorry, on
And
the
what
podcast.
was he
On the pod-
smoking?
I don't know if he was smoking weed. He says he
like-
smokes weed once a year just to check what Jeff Soros is putting in it.
That's very good. But what when he was
George
reliving
Soros.
it, was he really? Oh, George Soros. He's the man, not Jeff Bezos. Yeah, that was where I thought we were going. Interesting, right? But what's the story there? Like, so when he was being punched, was he seeing his child in the previous life?
So he was pile driver. So a pile driver, this is an WWE term.
Oh,
Is when you get someone basically and you hold their legs like that and you drop their head down on the floor so their head is hitting directly in the ground like
Okay,
that.
right.
So he's obviously knocked out.
Right.
Went through and lived all these past lives while he was knocked out. And then when he
Oh.
came back, he remembered what he
Fake.
experienced. So he said, we all have a genetic code that's been passed down
my
since DNA started. And he went back through his DNA and lived these lives.
Wow.
And one of them was a famine farmer. And he lived
Oh
that
my
whole life
gosh.
and watched his child die of starvation. And he
Oh.
came back and he was crying when he was telling this story. So it was all real to him.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I know to
And
you.
that is
That's
called a concussion.
Yeah.
I love that. Now.
Yeah. You look it up, it's very good.
Anything that's just out there like that now, that's my cup of tea. There you go.
Actually, a pile
That's
driver
like,
Michael.
what?
Weird to me.
It's the only thing, Mark. Only thing, Mark. Yeah. Mark, I was, since it's not all about me as much as I'd like it to be, I wanted to do something, and this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to go. You sent me a rake of screenshots later, and I couldn't believe it. Some of them were the most intelligent things I've ever seen. Oh, sorry. Actually, you also sent me screenshots last night.
This is what I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Oh, yeah.
what I
That's
thought.
not intelligent.
Ronan Fagan, good friend of the pod. George O'Connor, Jeannie. George and I are working on a project at the moment. More on that. Homeless. Excuse me, Paul Gavin. Paul Gavin, everybody.
Not a friend of the pod.
Girl called Lizzo. Shout out, Girl.
Friend of the pod.
Girl wrote Ashton and I a poem.
Oh, very
yeah.
good.
Yeah. And he read it aloud. I did a little speech, and then I called on Girl to give the poem. And I wasn't sure how one line was going to go down.
No,
And-
because he had to. Bearing in mind, this is in front of my whole family and your whole family.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you knew the poem before you read it?
No, I didn't, but I knew one
Maybe
line, and
that-
I was like, okay, this will go anywhere, but I'm just going to have to go with it anyway.
Right.
So, sorry, in front of the whole family, yeah, he was reluctant, all right,
Yeah.
and hesitant. But anyway, in Johnny Fox's pub, to the 40 or 50 people that are there, he whips out his iPhone and does this. So he gets to a line about something to do with Ashton's trade as a caring nurse. and a government prick. It was great. It went down very well.
Who was it that said that he could have just stood up and said government prick and then just sat back down?
So that's Gro Cullen in this montage. And look, how do you get a face like that? Liam Spratt with a beautiful pink jumper here, guys. There you go. What were you reading?
That was the GA yearbook, Wexford.
Oh, right.
Found it last night.
Yeah, I like that one. And there was one more. Oh, Liam,
No.
I know, and then just Liam Spratt pointing at something in the distance there. Mark thought it was something else. There you go. So that's and Billy Byrne. He looks rather dashing, doesn't he?
Why has he
Friend
got
of him. It's a Wexford touch.
Yeah, but why
You always just.
did he lose his tie? I was like, oh shit.
It's like something like that doesn't look unusual to me. Or does it look unusual?
No,
it's a Wexford thing. It has to be like, oh no, you can't
Yeah,
do
but
that fashion wise.
No, you can't,
It's a bit like, when our grandparents were going to matches and they wear paper hats, like, and dye would be coming down out of the hats in the rain, and you're like, how did you think that was cool? Like,
That's him on jury duty.
Jury duty.
That's his professional time.
Judge. But no, you sent me a string of screenshots from oh yes, here they are. And it was like things that you just like, when a thought will come into your head, you just go, no.
Yeah.
So like some people, if we can cut these out if they're too rich, but some people, the ideas of hell is assembling flat pack furniture. Others is working for their father. I do both. Underwater conservatory was another one. Felt an itch in somebody else's leg and scratched it mushrooms. Mark, any comment?
I just imagine that's what had happened.
If what?
If you're from mushrooms, you could feel it itching someone else's leg, and scratch it for him.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Interesting. We're going to have to try that.
Bring me the shrooms.
Well, this is such a throwback because you discussed some of them and they were rather risque in our early days of the pod.
Yeah.
Flower shower, Dubs pub shrubs, joke local folk. I don't know. Yeah.
And sorry, Michael, you described this as intelligent.
Yeah, these are just ramblings of an insane person.
No offense, Mark, but
No,
Michael's
no,
just
no,
making sounds, not even words.
It's all one.
Sorry, it gets really good. Like Boris and Ossery, beautician studio, boobs. Sorry, beautician studio.
Oh, I get it. That's the
We at
acronym.
Paper Tuesdays will keep an eye out for boobs in the future, as we have so often done in the past. Boobs. Boris and Ossery. That's brilliant. But I love how like some of them we never carried out. We influenced, or we never followed through on.
Yeah.
And some of them we did. So like you just have here like Paper Tuesdays investigates cool and fancy kind of COVID friendly field day, mock investigation nationwide segment. And we did that kind of.
Yeah.
If you had one moment from lose yourself, Eminem. Why did the police in the documentaries not ask the people making the documentaries where the drug dealers are? These are the hard hitting questions of Paper Tuesdays. If you spray, this is an important one. If you spray deodorant on your nipple and flick it, does it actually fall off?
It does. This was found. It's happened like 2 weeks ago.
Your
actually.
nipple or the deodorant off your nipple?
The nipple falls off. Someone's nipple fell off a couple of weeks ago because they did that.
In Ireland?
Yeah, I don't know if it's Ireland actually, but someone did.
Definitely
Someone Reed sent me an article that it did happen.
Shout out to them.
Shout out to them.
Next week on Paper
On the Patreon.
Yeah, any money into
Do you know what? He's going to try that now.
I go.
Please
that
don't.
goes a step too far now. For
Yeah.
me. Sure, I'm the man who's given up on the spray deodorants, and I wear the
don't work.
eco-friendly ones,
Oh.
the roll-on yolks.
Yeah.
Crusty.
The crusty. Yeah, there is loads of weird beauty parents, real or fake. Ignatius Gilhooly and Graham Crossbar.
Well, I've done that before. I introduced us as those names.
Oh right,
Yeah.
Graham Crossbar. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot in that. That's all one voice note of just thoughts I've had. Sorry, not voice note, but then there's another one I found, a note on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
Did I send you that one?
I don't think
About it should be directly after that
so.
screenshot.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Mario should. It's true. Sorry.
Yeah, you make
Let me
List
read
3
it.
things you need to have a shower immediately after doing. And then I don't know if it's related or not. So I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here.
Right.
Maria Sharapova. Ian Paisley. SpongeBob. No, I can't be related. No, this is Mark Alpha we're dealing with. No, it wouldn't be there. Like, come on, this is really intelligent. We have people before prophets here. As in prophets, as in Jeremiah 9. Yeah. Oh gosh, when I met Michael in Clonakilty, this was like TTPs or something.
Oh yeah. There's no rhyme or reason to that at all. Like,
We did discuss that before. I was on holidays as a little boy. I'd say I was only maybe Cunion or that 8 or 9, still going to the kids club. And apparently Mark was walking along the main street of Clonakilty, and Mick pointed out to him and said, "That's Podge the Wire."
we stopped and said hello.
Did we?
Yeah.
I have no recollection of that now.
Yeah.
That's mad.
And you weren't even mates.
No, didn't
No,
know each
mates,
other at all.
no. It wasn't until we were hurling in Gordon Community School fields.
Yes.
Badly.
Yeah, badly is right.
Liam Condren stuck on Tinnock roundabout after indicator breaks.
He's still there.
Recycling centre to cure being too happy. Woman falls through cattle grid after Weight Watchers. Do the Wexford woos from Google. What's that?
No idea.
Bring back the stretch in the evenings letter. The still alive notices.
Still alive.
We don't
That would be good because a lot of people are like, and is he still alive?
Yeah.
That would be good.
We were actually at an afternoon tea, and there were these, and because of the pandemic, like these 2 old people were there. I said, I had a great time growing up with Johnny Joe, and then the other goes, Johnny Joe died during the pandemic. I said, what? No way. And his brother? No way. And they just think of the funeral that they missed.
Yeah.
Like,
If they had the still alive notices,
yeah. But in other news,
or actually just listen to the death notices that they would have known as well.
a quick resolution to this. But they were living life to the full. It was 2 o'clock and the brandy's pouring, and yeah,
They were lit.
They were lit.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way to be. In other news, there are things that annoy Mark Halpin. Cyclists, tractors.
I think cyclists annoy everyone though.
Yes. Except cyclists.
Except cyclists.
As soon as you put on a bit of leotard, then you know, that's it then. Tractors.
On the
Too
roads,
slow.
getting stuck behind them. I think this must have been a driving thing, was it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the elderly.
Yeah.
God love.
I think these are just things that slow me down in general.
Oh, right, the Gardaí. Roundabouts. Yeah,
Yeah.
you think roundabouts.
Mm.
Dublin slows Mark Halpin down.
Yeah.
Traffic lights, yeah.
Yeah.
No wave hazards when you let them out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
That's
have
just rude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No wave.
no wave. I have a thing where like if they do a really good gesture, they get an extra maybe hazards.
Oh, right.
You know,
yeah,
if
little
it's only
flash or
grand, it's just one.
Yeah.
But like I leave it on for 4 or 5 if like I'm in the forever in their debt. Like,
Yeah.
Needing to piss on a motorway. Yeah, tricky.
Yeah, that's the worst.
tricky.
Slows you down.
Now,
It sucks me down.
in good news, things that Mark Halpin likes. Walkers. Why?
I don't know. This is a while ago.
As in
Like
crisps
people,
or...
no, I think people that are walking.
Okay.
Like,
I think because they wave. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
Oh.
yeah. If you want
Fab
to stay alive,
always waves to me.
Fab O'Brien.
always waves
Yes.
to every car without looking at
yeah. He's such a salesman.
it. Salesman, yeah.
Salesman of... Oh, tickets.
Tickets,
Lotto tickets.
yeah. Learner drivers, Mark, is a soft spot for.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Maybe
I
just,
would have
we
thought they
were
would
a
have been on
learner
the
once
previous
upon a
list now.
Maybe, no, I think because I was a learner driver before
Mm.
and I don't like people beeping at learner drivers. I don't
Oh,
like
yeah.
that.
And a big heartfelt shout out to tractors that pull in to let you pass.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah. We dedicate this pod to them.
Yeah.
And car stickers. So there you go. Thank you for the Bitcoin. Oh yeah, you sent me an email. Of course, Mark was recently. Mark knows what's going through the mind of the two Johnnies. Because Mark was recently deplatformed.
Oh
How
yeah,
does
this
it
was
feel?
before. I deplatformed before them.
Yeah. How did Mark sent an email to his fans to say that he had been deplatformed, and now he would be doing a newsletter for €5 per newsletter. So I sent him €5 in Bitcoin.
Yeah, I sent him the newsletter first and then told him they owe me €5.
Did Bree send you money?
No.
Oh, that's
She unsubscribed.
should subscribe. Where did that come from? You just decided like I've been deplatformed. Thank you for recognising that I have left Web 2 and now I'm operating exclusively on Web 3.
Yeah, that's it. I deleted social media. That's how I got deplatformed.
Oh, I follow you now. Okay. How's life on the deplatform wave?
Fine.
Grand, fine.
Yeah, I thought I'd have more free time, but I don't.
You were exhausted yesterday, I think.
Yesterday.
Yeah.
What was yesterday?
Well, I was tired as well now, but I just thought you...
Oh, the class
Yeah.
yesterday. Yeah. No, I was very tired yesterday. I don't know why.
Hmm.
I got enough sleep.
All right.
Just don't know.
Yeah. Any other thoughts
That's
on your
fine.
mind?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay.
We have Patreon to do now after this.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. Sure.
So-
Why don't we skip over to our Patreon?
See over there, we're going to talk about real shit.
Yeah. We're going to smoke some weed, and Mark is going to sit back and relax and read a book.
Yeah, in the nip. Right. Hey Google, play the Star of County Down.
Play this out. Thanks, Ashton, for joining us. My fiance.
Have you-
Couldn't do this more often. Goodbye.
Have you watched Love is Blind?
Yes.
Yes. Have you seen the new season?
No.
There's this fella on it, and like he's like every ape. It's him. Yeah. There's like he's every like
I'm not the music.
Oh.
Michael. Sorry.
every like if you're like Breed said, this is the boy I would have wanted when I was 11 or 12 years old.
Wow.
He's basically a Ken doll. It's a man with no penis, basically. Like he does have one probably, but he's just so fucking soft. Like he's just he has the hair slicked back and he wears these shirts and he plays the ukulele and all he does is sing songs to this one. Like and tell her how much he loves her and he's just soft as shite. And he's just his song is like. He plays the song, it's like my fiance looks like Beyonce, but he sings it in this really weird voice and that's stuck in my head. So anytime I hear the word fiance now I think my fiance looks like Beyonce. We'll see you next week.
Yeah.
Subscribe to the Patreon.
Stay classy.